Part 80. Super God System becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shuxiang ZK. Chapter 791. However, Chu Wei snorted coldly, anyone who takes action today will have to pay the price. Chu Wei was seen holding a white chopping knife. He dodged countless skills and rushed into the crowd on the opposite side. Everyone was shocked, Zhao Da's movement skills were too fast. However, before he could be surprised, Chu Wei directly slashed his chest with a knife. Blood sprayed out instantly, but the fire attribute in Chu Wei's knife immediately evaporated into nothingness. This strong man at the third level of the king was so frightened that he immediately stepped back. Boom! Boom! These are the two strong men next to them who have reached the level 4 of the king. They attack Chu Wei from one left and one from the right. The skills of the two of them are that one is a tiger transformed by supernatural powers, and the other is a giant wolf. Regardless of whether it is a tiger or a giant wolf, although they are transformed by supernatural powers, they have great ferocity and are very powerful. It can shock ordinary people. But Chu Wei was not an ordinary person, his eyes were slightly cold, and Chu Wei directly slashed at him with two white sword auras. The wolf's head was chopped off, and the tiger's head was chopped off. At the same time, the force of the sword did not diminish, and it directly chopped off an arm of the two powerful kings who took action. Ah! The two strong men folded their arms and wailed, and immediately retreated into the crowd. At the same time, they looked at Chu Wei as if they were looking at wild beasts. This Zhao Da's combat power is stronger than imagined just now. But Chu Wei did not pursue them, but directly attacked the person closest to them. The knife flashed past, blood was sprayed, and another strong man in the king's realm was cut off by Chu Wei's knife. Then Chu Wei punched back a strong man who was about to attack him. The huge force directly broke half of the bones in the opponent's body. But Chu Wei's strength is far more than that. Chu Wei is like a tiger entering a flock of sheep, his body flashing back and forth between more than 10 kings and strong men. Every time it flashes, there will inevitably be a strong man who will spray blood and fly upside down in fear. In fact, in this battle, Chu Wei did not use any other abilities except the fire ability. The reason is that his dark light powers, swallowing powers, 8 swords flying and other martial arts skills are so iconic. If he uses them, these people will probably recognize his true form and know that he is that horizontal swordsman. Chu Wei picked on the entire younger generation of Chengtian sect. It's not Zhao Da at all. In this case, Chu Wei will immediately be targeted by countless other strong men of the older generation, which is not what Chu Wei wants now. Therefore, Chu Wei's current battles basically rely on his own physical strength and the power of fire attributes. Even if Chu Wei doesn't use those powerful trump cards, these people around the level 5 realm are far from Chu Wei's opponents. Chu Wei's body has been strengthened by various attribute points of the system. Whether it is defense, attack power, etc., it is much stronger than these people's bodies. How come your physical strength has such a strong defense? A strong king finally used his martial arts to attack Chu Wei, but unexpectedly, the damage to Chu Wei Zhaocheng was almost zero. Chu Wei turned his head and looked at the strong man with cold eyes. In the next second, his body disappeared and came directly behind the strong man. A kick knocked him to the ground, and the huge spiritual energy caused the other party to spit out a mouthful of blood and fainted. It's terrible. Super God System becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shuxiang ZK. Chapter 792. Is this Zhao Da really just an unprotected individual with no power to protect him? Why is he so powerful and so young? Is he a kid from a big family who comes out to play? It's just that we don't know. At this moment, almost everyone was knocked to the ground by Chu Wei. They all began to secretly guess Chu Wei's identity. Chu Wei's combat power was too strong. The top young generation geniuses who are so powerful that they are almost catching up with the superpowers such as Cheng Tian sect, just like Zhaoju. Bump. Chu Wei flashed his body, came to the old metal man, and stepped on his chest. It was this old guy who united everyone to deal with him just now. Do you still want my treasure now? Do you still want to capture me in exchange for a reward? Facing Chu Wei's cold voice, the old metal man had already given up at this moment. He never dreamed that a Zhao De could be so powerful. Immediately he said, I am convinced, my old metal man is convinced, I am blind, I admit my mistake. Snort. Chu Wei snorted coldly and exerted force on his feet. The huge spiritual energy instantly caused the old metal man to spit out a mouthful of blood. Chu Wei is no longer a child. He wants to save his life by admitting his mistake like this? Then they are too naive. If he hadn't been strong in martial arts today, if he had been captured by these people and taken to the Cheng Tian sect in exchange for reward money, then he would have died without a burial place. I said, whatever you do today, you will pay the price. Chu Wei said coldly, take out all the spiritual medicines, spiritual fruits, and other cultivation resources you have, and I will spare your lives. Otherwise, I will let you know the consequences of messing with me. Facing Chu Wei's threatening voice, the dozen or so kings and strong men lying on the ground looked sad. They originally wanted to rob, but now it seems that they were immediately robbed by the opponent. I am willing to give you a 6th level elixir to protect my own life. An old man whose arm was cut off by Chu Wei in the previous battle was the first to say that from the previous battle, he could already feel that Zhao Da's heart was not that of a bodhisattva. After saying that, the old man threw out a medicinal plant that was filled with medicinal fragrance without any ink. Chu Wei took it and took a look. Although the medicinal material was not big, the whole thing was like made of steel. It was a good elixir. After eating it, it would definitely strengthen the muscles and bones. Chu Wei accepted the medicinal materials. Your life is saved, get out. Since the old man entered the realm of kings, few such young people dared to talk to him like this, but Chu Wei's strength was there. He had no choice but to swallow his anger and leave here. You guys, Chu Wei looked at the other powerful kings. These people are all strong, and they have some wealth. If they don't bleed today, no one can leave. Zhao De, please don't go too far. Let me tell you, I am the elder of Jinhua section. If you really dare to do anything to me, our Jinhua sect will not let you go. The powerful king was unwilling to be blackmailed by Chu Wei and gave up his power. Humph, Chu Wei's eyes were disdainful. He even dared to kill people from the Cheng Tian sect, so he was still afraid of a small power, the Jinhua sect? Then he waved his hand, and a white blade passed by, cutting off one of the man's arms. Give me your resources in exchange for your own life. Otherwise, I will kill you with the next blade. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Super God system becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shu Xiang ZK. Chapter 793. Ah, this man wailed, covering his broken arm. This Zhao De is really lawless. At the same time, the kings and strong men surrounded by other forces were also shocked. This Zhao Dazhen didn't give anyone face, and he dared to offend Cheng Tian sect and Tuzang sect. He doesn't even care about the other forces. At that moment, they had wanted to rely on the forces behind them to threaten Chu Wei, but they had no idea, and they all honestly took out the 6th level elixir in exchange for their own lives. Chu Wei took all the 6th level elixirs into his hands. Looking at the various powers contained in the elixirs, Chu Wei smiled. These people are so mean, they must cut off their hands before they know how to hand over things honestly. Can we go now? The strong king who had finished taking the elixir asked fearfully, This Zhao De is so powerful that he robbed them all. They really don't want to stay in this sad place anymore. Everyone get lost. Chu Wei no longer embarrassed them, he just left here in a flash. Hey! I didn't expect that our wise life would fall into the hands of such a young man this time. It's really embarrassing. Who says it's not true? Let me tell you, no one can tell anyone what happened today. If it were told, more than a dozen of us kings and strong men would not be able to defeat one Zhao De, and people would laugh out loud. Even if we don't say it, won't Zhao De say it? Anyway, we have lost all face this time. We still only blame ourselves for being greedy. If we hadn't taken a fancy to Zhao Da's reward, we wouldn't have had this disaster. Hey! Today's young people really can't afford to offend. As a group of powerful kings left, what happened in Tubeo Cave today quickly spread throughout the deep sea mystery area. Now, the deep sea mystery area, which had been silent for a few days, once again became agitated because of the name Zhao De. What? It turns out that Zhao De has been missing these past few days. It's not because he left the deep sea mystery zone. He robbed a group of kings and strong men again this time. Yes, I heard that there is also a metal old man in the 5th level of the king. He is so powerful. He can deal with more than a dozen strong kings by himself, just like chopping melons and vegetables. I heard that anyone who dared to oppose him had their arms cut off, and he robbed everyone of a 6th level elixir. Otherwise, how could those powerful kings still have their lives back at this moment? Oh my god, is this Zhao De so scary? He has even robbed such a group of kings and strong men. Then we should stay away from him when we see him in the future. We don't have much. If he couldn't loot the treasures, and he was unhappy with us and killed us, that would be an injustice. For a time, the name Zhao De represented looting in the deep sea mystery zone. Bump. In a lobby of the Chengtian sect in the deep sea mystery zone, Protector Hong smashed the table in front of him into powder with his palm. What a Zhao De, he has offended our Chengtian sect and dares to be so high profile in the deep sea mystery zone. This is simply not taking us seriously. I want such an arrogant person to die. His kid just runs fast. Do you really think I can't catch him? Come on, go and bring me old man Xianling. A disciple in the room said, Master, do you really want to ask old man Xianling to deal with Zhao De? This guy's fee is not cheap. Super God system becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shuxiang ZK. Chapter 794. Of course, if we don't kill this Zhao De, how can we regain the face of Chengtian sect? By the way, I am definitely not the only one who wants to kill Zhao De this time. Go tell Zhao Tianhu of the Tuzang sect and let's invite Xianling the old man dealt with Zhao De. In this way, the cost can be half that of a family. Half a day later, at the Tuzhou sect in the deep sea mystery area. Do you, the Red Protector, really want to cooperate with me and ask old man Xianling to deal with Zhao De? Zhao Tianhu asked, squinting his eyes. He thought that Tuzang sect and Chengtian sect were both top powers, but now they had to hire an old man from Xianling to deal with a small Zhao De. This really made him feel a little embarrassed in terms of face. But in his opinion, although this Zhao De was not very capable, his speed was so fast that he could not even catch up with him. Perhaps only an array master like old man Xianling could deal with his speed. I guess this was also Protector Hong's idea. It's true, said the disciple of Chengtian sect. Okay, let's work together and catch this Zhao De together. I'm going to cut him into pieces. In this way, two terrifying and powerful forces, Chengtian sect and Tuzang sect, actually joined forces to invite a man named Old Man Xianling to deal with Chu Wei together. At night, Chu Wei was in a hidden underwater cave. Boom! Boom! As soon as Chu Wei entered, he fought with a huge creature inside. Chu Wei also didn't expect that there was actually a mutated beast like a sea lion living in this cave. It is covered with a layer of cyan scales, and its 4 claws are flashing with 4 different powers. It is a mutant beast that has reached the realm of a king. Originally, Chu Wei just wanted to find a secluded place to sleep, but he didn't expect to encounter a mutant beast. After a battle, Chu Wei defeated this mighty sea lion with just a few moves. However, after the defeat, Chu Wei discovered that there was not only one sea lion in the cave, but also 3 or 4 small sea lions. No wonder the sea lion attacked him desperately as soon as he came in. It turned out that he was worried that he, a human, would attack his children. You must know that the cubs of this powerful mutant beast are very desirable to many sects and forces. They would take the cubs of this powerful mutated beast back to tame them, and then they would become the powerful fighting force of the sect. Ho! Roar! After these 3 or 4 little sea lions saw their mother being defeated, they all roared at Chu Wei. Although they were not big in appearance, they were the cubs of powerful mutant beasts after all. When roaring, they are born with the majesty of a ferocious beast. If ordinary mutant beasts saw these little sea lions, they would be so frightened that they would collapse to the ground. When the sea lion mother saw this, she immediately used her superpower to form 4 big claws, grabbed her son's back, and protected them behind her. She looked at the powerful human in front of her with a pair of big eyes fiercely and pitifully. If this human really wanted to take away its child today, it might not be able to stop it, so it looked at Chu Wei pitifully. The tears in my eyes are about to fall out. Chu Wei was speechless. He just wanted to find a place to rest for a night. He immediately said, "Okay, don't cry. I just rest here for one night. I will leave tomorrow." Although these little sea lions are very cute, and if they are brought back, they can really raise a few strong men in the future, but it is obvious that he came to the deep sea mystery zone to find the secret of becoming a god. No time is wasted on pets. But if there is a chance in the future, I can bring a few of these powerful pets back to the Eastern Alliance to give to Yanshin Xi and the others, so that they can also be protected. Super God System becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shu Xiangzike. Chapter 795. After saying this to the sea lion mother, Chu Wei ignored it and sat in a corner of a cave, then took out all the 6th level spiritual medicines he got today. Ding! Congratulations to the host for taking 15 6th level spiritual medicines and obtaining 80 spiritual energy crystals. The current spiritual energy crystals are 113 points/200 points. The current king level 3. A huge stream of spiritual energy entered Chu Wei's body along with the spiritual medicines. Not only that, the powerful vitality contained in these spiritual medicines was also absorbed by the purple-red lightning origin in Chu Wei's abdomen. After the origin was absorbed, it actually underwent amazing changes. It was originally like a dumpling in Chu Wei's abdomen, but now it has grown 4 small claws, which are the claws of a beast. But I don't know what kind of beast it is, after all, its head has not yet formed. It seems that if I take a few more spiritual medicines like this, my red lightning may fully awaken its life form. Chu Wei was very happy. It was really worth it to go to the treasure cave to explore treasures today, but that cave also needs to spit things out every long time. So I can't go there every day. Ba-ja, ba-ja. The sound of a little sea lion chewing something came from not far in front of Chu Wei. Chu Wei looked and found that it was some unwanted leaves and residues from the spiritual medicine and spiritual fruit he had just eaten. He spat them out and they were eaten by the little sea lion. Gudong. After the little sea lion finished eating, its puppy-sized belly bulged immediately. Although Chu Wei didn't want these leaves and residues of spiritual fruit, they still contained huge spiritual energy, but some of them tasted bad, so Chu Wei refused them proudly. However, the little sea lion ate them. Now its body was filled with huge spiritual energy, and even the green scales on its body became much brighter than those of the other 3 little sea lions. After eating the leaves and residues, the little sea lion seemed to have tasted the sweetness, and a pair of big gem-like eyes looked at Chu Wei pitifully. That look was not that he hoped Chu Wei would feed it some more spiritual fruit. Seeing this, the other 3 little sea lions also left their mother's arms together and looked at Chu Wei pitifully. Damn. It seems that there are a lot of foodies in this world. Chu Wei searched in his system space. Of course, Chu Wei would not feed them the 6th level spiritual medicine, but there should be a few 5th level spiritual fruits. After all, he was a person who looted 2 orchards. After a while, Chu Wei found 4 spiritual fruits in the orchard and threw them over. Bad. Bad. The 4 little sea lions immediately held the spiritual fruits and started to eat them. The mother sea lion was worried that there was something wrong with the spiritual fruits, but when she thought that this human was so powerful, if he really wanted to harm them, they would have no way. She was too lazy to care about it. After the 4 little sea lions ate the spiritual fruits, the scales on their bodies became more shiny, as if they could reflect light. It seems that in this era of spiritual cultivation, no matter whether it is human or mutant beast, as long as they eat enough spiritual fruit resources, anyone can become powerful. Woo woo woo. The 4 little sea lions came in front of Chu Wei, rubbing against Chu Wei like 4 puppies, and seemed very intimate. Chu Wei reached out and touched their scales, which were smooth and different from the hair of the lions on the ground. The mother sea lion looked at Chu Wei's raised hand nervously, but when she saw that Chu Wei did not want to hurt her children, she let out a long sigh. After playing with the little lions for a while, Chu Wei took out the 7th level spiritual medicine, the golden black striped Ganoderma lucidum. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Super God system becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shuxiang ZK. Chapter 796. As soon as this elixir appeared, the eyes of the sea lion mother in the distance immediately shone. Although it was a mutant beast, it could certainly feel the specialness of this powerful elixir. However, it didn't dare to take advantage of this elixir because the human in front of it was too strong. Crack. Click. Chu Wei ate it directly and the Ganoderma lucidum entered his body. Chu Wei felt that the pure power in the Ganoderma lucidum poured into his body like a volcano. In an instant, the muscles and bones in his body began to absorb this power crazily. Boom. Boom. When absorbing these powers, Chu Wei actually heard this roaring sound from his body, which is enough to show how powerful and domineering the power contained in this Ganoderma lucidum is. After being washed away by such power, Chu Wei's body will definitely reach a higher level and become even more powerful. Lay a good foundation for entering the demigod realm in the future. Ding! Congratulations to the host for taking the golden black striped Ganoderma lucidum. The reward is 50 points of spiritual energy crystals. The current spiritual energy crystal points are 163 points/200 points. The current level of the king is level 3. Call. Chu Wei let out a long breath. This Ganoderma lucidum was really powerful. It not only gave him a huge improvement in physical strength, but also rewarded him with 50 points of spiritual energy crystals. In this way, he is only 37 points away from the spiritual energy crystal to enter the level 4 realm of the king. In this way, Chu Wei is one step closer to the emperors and strong men of the older generation. Soon, Chu Wei believes that relying on his own strength, he can also compete with the strong men of the older generation. Got off. Boom. Boom. Chu Wei felt that several small sea lions at his feet were rubbing his calves. At the same time, 4 pairs of big watery eyes were looking at the golden and black striped Ganoderma lucidum in his hand that had not been completely eaten. It turns out that Chu Wei just ate the most important part of the Ganoderma lucidum, while the surrounding leaves and roots were still there. And these 4 little lions are drooling when they look at the stems and leaves. Chu Wei smiled, divided the leaves and roots into 4 parts, and placed them in front of the 4 little lions. Although Chu Wei could increase some spiritual energy by eating these roots and leaves, they were dispensable. But if these little lions are eaten, it will definitely be of great benefit to them, because the power in Ganoderma can change their bodies. It will make them even more powerful than their mother when they grow up, because this Ganoderma lucidum is a 7th level elixir. Seeing Chu Wei, a human being, placing Ganoderma lucidum in front of her child, the mother sea lion became uneasy because such a 7th level elixir was extremely tempting even to it. Even if this elixir is just some roots and leaves, it can make its physical body much stronger than it is now. However, the sea lion mother obviously would not compete with her children for this treasure. She happily watched her children eat the Ganoderma lucidum. Perhaps because of today's human Ganoderma lucidum, its children may one day become 7th level mutant beasts when they grow up. At that moment, the sea lion mother said to Chu Wei softly and gently, "Thank you." Chu Wei smiled lightly and thought it was the room he paid for staying in the hotel. After all, he occupied their nest. The next day, when Chu Wei left, the sea lion mother said, "Human, if you want to know the secret of Xi and becoming a god, then go to the Wanling Canyon. Super God system becomes infinitely stronger." Author, Shuxiang ZK. Chapter 797. Chu Wei frowned slightly. Wanling Canyon? In fact, Chu Wei didn't have any specific goal in finding the secret of becoming a god in the deep sea mystery. He only knew to go to deeper seas. Now this sea lion mother has indeed given Chu Wei an exact place. "Okay, I'll go take a look." "Thank you," Chu Wei said goodbye. Wanling Canyon is also a magical place. There are huge ocean bubbles one after another in this submarine canyon, and there are shadows one after another in the bubbles. These phantoms are just like the souls of humans or all things. Some of them have the shape of human souls, and some of them have the appearance of mutant beast souls. Some even look like plants, supernatural powers, and other souls. When Chu Wei stepped here, Chu Wei felt as if his brain was connected to the entire canyon here at this moment. Just like my brain has become a part of the canyon, just like my consciousness has turned into the soul and become a bubble floating here. There's something weird about this place. Chu Wei was careful, wrapping himself with fire powers to prevent those soul bubbles from touching him. Is there really a secret to believing in becoming a god? It has been almost half a month since Chu Wei came to the deep sea mystery zone. Although he has obtained a lot of spiritual fruits in this half month, his strength has also improved a lot. But the main purpose of his coming here was to find the secret of believing in becoming a god. However, he searched many places but found nothing. This also slowly made Chu Wei feel that the so-called secret of believing in becoming a god may be just a legend. If he can't find it again, Chu Wei may leave this area. With Chu Wei's current ability, he can go to other continents or dangerous places to hunt for treasures. And the most important thing is that this deep sea mystery area makes it impossible for your system to scan the area where the treasure is located, so every treasure hunt requires a lot of effort. It's better to go hunting for treasures in other dangerous places and maybe upgrade faster. Although Chu Wei's strength is already very strong among the younger generation on Earth, Chu Wei has never been stronger since he fought against the top 20 races in the universe, the Fengshen clan, in the cosmic arena. Chu Wei feels that one day, he will be the one who will walk out of the earth, so he must become stronger. Change your strength to be able to crush the people of the Wind God clan, instead of fighting to the death with them. Moreover, Chu Wei still remembered that the system told him that he had a natural enemy. Although the system did not say how powerful this enemy was, Chu Wei could feel that it must be very strong. No matter how strong the opponent is, my Chu Wei's fist will definitely defeat them. Chu Wei muttered to himself and stopped thinking about it. If one day he really goes to the world of the universe, he will destroy all those who disobey. Chu Wei continued to advance in Wanling Canyon. Looking up, there were white bones everywhere. Some of the bones were as big as mountains. They seem to be the dead skeletons of a huge mutated beast. There are also skeletons that are still emitting a white light after death. These bones are not just simple bones at first glance. Because this white bone may have been a master during his lifetime, his flesh has become very hard, so even after death, his bones are like hard materials and can be made into weapons. Buzz. At this moment, a spark like a will-o'-the-wisp appeared in the sky above Wanling Canyon. The spark was like an eyeball, directed towards Chu Wei, and with a whoosh, it entered Chu Wei's forehead before Chu Wei had time to react. Super God System becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shu Xiangzike. Chapter 798. Chu Wei immediately felt that the eyeball was like a ball of fire that was about to turn his entire body into ashes. At this moment, even the surface of Chu Wei's body was ignited with a layer of green flames. Chu Wei was shocked, but he kept calm in his heart. The more dangerous the situation, the more calm he had to be. Chu Wei's body shook, and the devouring power immediately covered his whole body, and he was about to devour all these mysterious green flames. However, the result surprised Chu Wei, because the green flame actually burned the swallowing ability. This green flame was something even more powerful than the swallowing ability. Ah! Cold sweat ran down Chu Wei's forehead, because Chu Wei felt that the green flame was burning his flesh, bones, and even his own blood was ignited by it. Damn it! What the hell is going on? This accident came so suddenly that Chu Wei didn't have the slightest chance to defend himself. Chu Wei's body lost a lot of weight in a very short period of time. If he continued like this, within half a minute, his body would be completely burned and he would be left here as a pile of bones. At this moment, Chu Wei seemed to finally know why there were so many bones here. It turned out that these bones were all covered in this green flame. Damn it, don't I have the power of a mysterious heart in my body? I'm going to die now. Why don't you guys come out yet? Chu Wei roared. There was nothing he could do about this green flame. But Chu Wei knew that there was an absolutely powerful power in his heart, but this power was sealed and he could not call it. However, at this critical moment of life and death, Chu Wei roared domineeringly. He was unwilling to give in. He obviously had such powerful power, why did he let the green flames burn him into a pile of bones? Come out, my power! Ah! As the flames burned, Chu Wei clenched his fists and roared at the top of his lungs. Come out! Boom! In the midst of these unwilling roars, Chu Wei's pupils suddenly turned silver, and for an instant, the entire Wanling Canyon seemed to be imprisoned in Chu Wei's eyes. Touch! Touch! Chu Wei's chest began to beat rapidly, and a layer of golden runes began to appear on the originally bloody heart under the skin of his chest. Under the golden runes, the heart actually began to appear a faint layer of silver. Crack! The silver heart released a glass-like sound, and in an instant, the green flames in Chu Wei's body and on the surface of his body seemed to be still. Not only that, even the seawater around Chu Wei, including the soul bubbles floating in the seawater, seemed to be still. Everything was motionless. At this moment, it was like time stood still and everything was motionless. Crack! Then the entire world around Chu Wei began to shatter like glass, and then there was a boom. The entire Wanling Canyon, including the sea water, was shattered into countless pieces at this moment. This scene was so weird that everything within 10,000 meters around it was shattered into shards of glass. Until half a day later, Chu Wei, who had just fainted under the impact of huge force, woke up slowly. Chu Wei first looked inside and took a look at his heart. Finding that his heart had returned to its original appearance, he looked at his body again and found that his body had returned to its original appearance after being burned by the green flames. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Super God System becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shuxiangzk. Chapter 799. More than that, Chu Wei felt that his body was tougher than before, as if it had been tempered by the green flames. This feels like a blessing in disguise. This is. Chu Wei suddenly discovered that there was a green flame in his brain. Wasn't it the same flame that almost burned him to bones before? Chu Wei was shocked, but he quickly calmed down. Now the flames obviously no longer attack him, so there is nothing to be afraid of. Chu Wei used his consciousness to try to mobilize the flame, just like mobilizing other powers in his body. Boom! Just as Chu Wei's consciousness was mobilized, the green flame turned into a few big words in Chu Wei's mind: "You have passed my test, found the letter, obtained his inheritance, and let him destroy all other invading aliens on the earth." People. Chu Wei was shocked. What is going on? This green flame is like someone talking to myself. Find the letter? Isn't he dead? Obtaining his inheritance can be understood as gaining the power of faith. Let Xian destroy all other invading aliens on Earth? Are there still aliens on this Earth who have invaded that have not yet died? At this moment, Chu Wei suddenly thought of the Blackwing section. The mysterious altars of the blood crystals in the Blackwing sect had alien symbols on them. Could it be that these have something to do with aliens? Chu Wei only felt as if he had entered a huge mystery, and the characters involved in this mystery were all big shots. For example, letter. For example, the aliens of the Blackwing cult. What do I get? Chu Wei asked almost subconsciously. He didn't know what the flame was, but if he wanted Chu Wei to help him, he wouldn't do anything that was not beneficial. The green flames formed a line of large characters: "You will get this soul-burning fire and can get the inheritance of the letter." Soul-burning fire. Chu Wei narrowed his eyes slightly. This must be the flame in his head. Chu Wei had experienced the power of this flame before. Even the devouring ability is no match for it. Being able to obtain this kind of treasure can really be said to be a great opportunity. Moreover, you can also get the inheritance of the letter. No matter how you look at it, this is a profitable business. And you just need to find someone, so you don't have to deal with aliens yourself. Well, okay, I promise you, but where should I find the letter? Xian is a person in the All-God realm, and he is only in the King realm now. If he hides from him, he will not be able to find him even if he searches the entire earth. Flames form large characters. Follow the map in your mind to the battlefield of God, and the flames will guide you to find him. The flames formed a map in Chu Wei's mind. Chu Wei took a look and saw that it was actually a map of the gods' battlefield in the 7 fierce lands. It is also a good place to hunt for treasures and improve your strength. I had originally planned to leave here to hunt for treasures in other dangerous places, so it was a good idea to find the letter by myself. This is a profitable business. But this deal was earned with his own life just now. After all, when the flames tested him, he almost burned him to the bone. So this time, Chu Wei still relied on the silver power in his body. "Hey, who are you?" Chu Wei asked this question. Who was this person who asked him to find the letter and left a fire in his mind? Super God system becomes infinitely stronger. Author, Shuxiangzk. Chapter 800. However, this time the flame did not answer him, but floated quietly in Chu Wei's mind. Chu Wei could only wonder, is there anyone on this earth more powerful than Xian, the only one who has reached the realm of full God? If not, then who is the guy who left this soul-burning flame for him? This person must be a big shot. But Chu Wei was too lazy to think about it, as long as it was good for him. Who cares about him? Xian will destroy his aliens, and he will set out for the realm of the Emperor. One day, he will also reach the realm of full God. On an equal footing with them. This trip to explore the mystery of the deep-sea mystery area was also a perfect end. Although I don't know how Xian became a god, now I have a map to find Xian. Get his inheritance, What secret of becoming a god, doesn't it belong to me? And I also got this soul-burning fire, this is a great harvest. Boom. 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 Just when Chu Wei was about to leave here, 2 rows of shark fleets suddenly appeared in the sea above Chu Wei. There were 2 flags flying beside the fleet, one was Chengtian sect and the other was Tuzang sect. These 2 fleets actually came from these 2 major forces. Frame. 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 The fleet's headlights turned on and shone on Chu Wei's body. A voice came from the fleet, "Zhao De, your whereabouts have been discovered. We have now laid a net around us. The Red Protector of Chengtian sect and the Deputy Sect Master Zhao of Tuzang sect have come in person. Today you can't escape even if you have wings. Kneel down where you are and let me take you back. This way, you can suffer less physical pain." Chu Wei's eyes were slightly cold. He didn't expect that the 2 emperors, the Red Protector and Zhao Tianhu, came together to capture him. However, when Chu Wei's mental power swept across the fleet in front of him, Chu Wei found that there was no fluctuation of their power in the fleet. It seems that Zhao Tianhu and the Red Protector are still somewhere else. Chu Wei's body shook, and he turned into a streak of light and headed towards the fleet that had just spoken. With a boom, Chu Wei's fist hit the shark submarine hard. Shake. The submarine shook immediately, and at the same time, a large area of the place hit by Chu Wei sank, and the several meter thick steel plate was almost blown up by Chu Wei's punch. Oh my god, what's going on? Is this guy a human Tyrannosaurus? How can he have such a strong force with one punch? The people in the submarine were shocked. You know, this submarine is equivalent to a king's soldier. Ordinary people, let alone dented, are lucky not to be injured by the submarine's anti-injury system. Quick! Quick! Attack him! There's a reward for catching him. The submarine's loudspeaker kept shouting in the ocean, and the fleets of the 2 families quickly aimed at Chu Wei. Swoosh! Swoosh! 2 spiritual energy torpedo bombs directly cut through the sea water and headed towards Chu Wei. The spiritual energy torpedo bomb is a huge explosive bomb. When it explodes, it is extremely powerful. Ordinary kings will be blown to pieces. Boom! Boom! Chu Wei used 2 swords to detonate the 2 torpedo bombs. The impact of the explosion caused the sea to roll violently. All the fleets and Chu Wei were like being in the sea waves. Laser attack. Frame. 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 The muzzles of lasers appeared on the sides of the fleets. There were hundreds of them in rows.